Hello guys, I'm back. I feel like I haven't done a voiceover in so long. But anyway, today we are decorating a 6-inch espresso martini cake. Ooh. The flavor is vanilla sponge with a Lotus Biscoff mock Swiss meringue buttercream with some crushed vanilla Biscoff biscuits and then some more Biscoff spread. Funnily enough, I didn't even mean to get the vanilla flavor. I thought I got Biscoff and then I got home and I was like, oh, this is new, but it tasted amazing and I think it complemented the vanilla sponge really well. So about this order, like I said, it's an espresso martini theme and I've seen these martini cakes all over my feed, right? And I was like, if I don't get an order in the next week, I'm gonna crash out. Like I felt left out. I want to do martini cake too. And then literally the next week I got this inquiry. It was this lovely man ordering it for his girl and he said he wanted something funky and cool and she loves espresso martinis. By the way, girls, if your man does not know your favorite cocktail, dump him. But yeah, I was like, oh my days, it's my time to shine, finally. So I decided to do the spilt martini design, letting you know now, it went all wrong, but we did fix it in the end, so just stick around. Okay, so we filled it, we've stacked it, and now we're final coating. I actually decorated this cake on live, and somebody asked me which is better, an acrylic scraper or a metal scraper. In my humble opinion, I prefer metal. I just think it gives you like a really, really smooth finish. Now, I got this martini glass off Amazon, and it was a little bit too big, and it didn't fit on my 10-inch board, so I had to move the cake all the way to the side to make space for it. Then I filled it with some dark chocolate ganache to give it that, I don't know, espresso. I literally had to Google what an espresso martini is. I've never had one before and I don't really like coffee. Like, I'm just trying to think, alcohol and coffee mixed together, it just sounds like diarrhea to me. But here is where I messed up. Oh my days. Oh shoot, I messed up. Oh my gosh, I messed up. Totally valid crash out if you ask me, because I really didn't want to start again, but luckily everyone on live just told me to put the cake in the freezer and then I could peel the ganache off really, really easily. So I definitely overreacted, but listen, I'm here for the dramatics. You know me by now. I'm very, very dramatic. So I just added some more cream into my ganache so it was a little bit runnier, and then I dripped it using a piping bag this time, not my spoon. And then here I just went in with my 4B piping tip for these shell borders. On my days, somebody also suggested that I add drip to the board, which I am obsessed with. I think it just adds some more character to the cake. And then I went in using my 32 piping tip for some smaller shells. I was going off a reference picture, but then it literally ended up looking nothing like the picture. And I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. I was debating between dropped lines and dropped shells for the side, but I opted for dropped shells. I think they're just super cute, and I used a number 27 piping tip for those. And then I added on some gold sprinkles. These are my favorite ones. They're from Cake and Bake. They're just super, super shiny and metallic and edible. I say edible because sometimes people are like, can you eat the sprinkles? Obviously you can eat the sprinkles. They're sprinkles. Oh, anyway, I added a candle into the cocktail, which I think was a really cute detail. And then I went in with a reverse shell border on the top and the sides. I used my number 27 piping tip again. Not gonna lie, it was quite tricky working around the giant cup in the way, but I don't know. I don't really work in chronological order. Like if I see a space that's missing something, I just add it, even though it is a bit difficult, but I always make it work. Now for my favorite part, oh my days. I color matched fondant to the chocolate and I wrote a teeny bit older and I made it like a little bit wiggly to look like it was sliding off the cake. And then I added on some handmade fondant coffee beans, coffee beans on the cake. And then I finished it off with some brown bows and some glitter. At first, I wasn't really feeling the cake, if I'm being very honest. I thought it looked too messy, but as I added more and more and more, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cute. This is gorgeous. Like, I'm actually obsessed with it. It's giving, oopsie, I spilt my drink. You know, my customer absolutely loved it. He literally said it was everything he imagined, and he was watching me make it on live. How crazy is that? But yeah, guys, as always, let me know what you guys think of this cake, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, cuties.